Everybody, I'm so glad you're here. I want to ask you something. Have you ever tried to get good at something without practicing? Like, I want you to imagine picking up a basketball for the first time and saying, yeah, I'm just going to make this half-court shot, no problem. Or trying to play the guitar and imagining that you're going to sound like Taylor Swift right away on day one. It doesn't work like that, right? Here's the truth. If you want to grow at anything, whether it's sports, music, video games, even your TikTok dances, it takes practice and a lot of it. And guess what? Faith works the same way. Jesus once told a story about two builders. One built his house on sand, while the other built it on a rock. A big storm came and the house on the sand collapsed, but the house on the rock stayed standing. Jesus said the difference was this. The builder on the rock actually put his words into practice. Not just hearing about them, not just thinking about them, but actually doing them. And that's what today's all about. It's not about getting everything perfect, not pretending to know all the answers, just practicing. So let's look back at where we've been the last few weeks. In week 1, we talked about how God made the world and how science shows us the how and faith shows us the who, and that they can work together. Week 2, we realized that science and faith aren't enemies, that we don't have to pick sides. They're like teammates, helping us understand more about the world and about the God who created it all. Week 3, we saw that questions and doubts aren't bad. Remember the story of Jesus healing the blind man? Even when people were confused, Jesus cared about the person right in front of him. That means he cares about you too, even when you don't get it all right. So today's challenge is simple. What would it look like to practice your faith? And it doesn't have to be some big impossible thing, like ending homelessness. It can look like little steps, like taking a couple minutes to pray before bed, reading one verse and thinking about it every day, talking with a friend about something cool that you noticed about God, singing along in worship even when you don't have the best voice, maybe doing something kind for someone without expecting anything back in return. You see, these small steps, when they're repeated again and again, that's what builds a strong foundation. And here's the cool part. When you practice your faith, it grows. Just like shooting baskets makes you better at basketball, or practicing scales makes you better at guitar. Practicing things like prayer, reading, worship, serving, they make your faith stronger. And you don't have to do it perfectly. Nobody makes every shot, hits every note, or wins every game. The point is to keep going, to keep practicing. So here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to have it all figured out. Jesus isn't asking you to be perfect. He just wants you to practice with him, one step at a time. So this week, try it. Pick one way to practice your faith and do it. See how God meets you in that moment. Because when you practice, you grow. And when you grow, your faith gets strong enough to stand, just like that house on the rock. Have a beautiful week, everybody.